Tingles with flyby. Hi. Are you my 2 o'clock? Oh, okay, good. Yeah. No, it just, you look like you didn't quite know. Now go ahead and sit down. Yeah, so Flyby referred you to me. Did she give you any kind of idea about what we were going to be doing? No? Well, yeah, she can be a little, Anyway, she's very lovely and very good, but sometimes doesn't always tell you exactly everything you need to know, but that's okay. That's my job. So what we're going to do today, so we'll have 2 meetings before we actually go ahead and, decide, have everything decided for sure. Just because we have a very big menu, and so it takes a little bit of time to narrow it down. And obviously, well, you could just choose off of the menu, but I mean, where's the fun in that? You've got to taste the food beforehand, don't you? Yeah. So what I'm going to do with you today is go through all of the options that we have. So I've got a fresh sheet for you here, although I think I actually have a couple mistakes on here, but anyway, we just added a couple things to the menu, and I put them on wrong, but anyway, that's okay. So what we'll do, we'll go through each section. So we have a cocktail hour section, then your soup, salad, mains, sides, and desserts. Now, I know a lot of people for a wedding are planning just to have cake for a dessert. Obviously, you don't have to try any of our desserts. And if you try some of our desserts, you don't have to get any of them. So, what I'm saying is you should definitely choose some desserts to try, even if you don't end up wanting to get one. So, just saying. I will not be offended if you don't end up ordering dessert. But I will be offended if you don't want to try any. No, just kidding. But, I'll just think, for your own benefit. Yeah, so our first little section here, turn them off here, and then I guess I'll turn them back around when we take them off. So, cocktail hour, I usually recommend about 5 items. So usually when you're doing your trial, you want to have a couple more than what you end up wanting to have on your final day. Because if you don't like something, then you don't have to knock it down to, just 4 things. You can still have 5 different things for your guests. And it could just be, oh yeah, that one's not for us or whatever. So, we have a tomato basil bruschetta. All of our food is made completely from scratch, so we make the breads, we make the salads, everything like that. We cut up everything. Only exception there is the cheeses. We don't make our own cheeses. We do source our own cheeses and vinegars and that sort of thing. Things that are a little bit more robust, but any breads and that sort of thing we do make here. Wraps, tortillas, we do all those sort of things. So yeah, that's just on a delicious bit of, it's a baguette cut, kind of toasted, very crisp, and then tomato and basil with a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Very yummy. We also have our braised beef crostini. It's a very slow braised, tender beef, very strong flavor, and then the juice of that just kind of dips into the crostini. That one's really yummy. We have a stuffed mushroom. Stuffed mushrooms are delectable. Before I had stuffed mushrooms, I didn't like them. So they can win a lot of people over. We do have chicken or bean quesadillas. So there are a few different options on here if you do have any vegetarian guests. So if you get chicken quesadillas, we can make such as bean quesadillas, which would be vegetarian. Yeah, so we kind of have a few things that are just kind of generic. Then we also have a little bit of Mexican style, a little Italian style food, basically. So the quesadillas though are generally pretty friendly, even if you don't go for just a Mexican type menu. Also have deviled eggs with a delicious smoked paprika on them. Chimichangas. We do have beef and chicken. They come in both. Yeah, so they're deep fried, they're crispy and delicious. Can get pigs in a blanket, real popular one, although they can, depends on the style of your wedding, they can feel a little underdone sometimes. We do also have mini quiches, so they're about this size. And we have 3 flavors, so cheese and spinach, caramelized onion, and Gruyere, and also a Florentine. We've got some tea sandwiches, cucumber, smoked salmon, delicious chicken salad, and a classic ham and Swiss. Also have just a really nice chicken skewer, just barbecued, really, really simple, very delicious. You can also get the vegetable tray. Don't usually bring that, but if you do want to trial one of the dips, then we can do that. We have a ranch, French onion, or a hummus. We'll also have a fresh fruit platter. That will just be fresh seasonal fruit cut up, really easy to eat. Yeah, so anything that can't be eaten straight in the hand will have toothpicks in it. We have beef or vegetarian samosas. A little homage to India on our menu, but we really don't have that much on there. We also have meatballs. You can get Swedish or sweet and sour variety. And we have a few different wraps. A delicious garden vegetable wrap, or a chicken Caesar wrap, or a turkey and cranberry. Yeah, so they're all cut into those little kind of rolls. Yeah, they look a little bit like sushi, but obviously they're not. We have delicious little mini burgers. They're kind of like slider size, so about that size. If you like seafood, we have crab cakes with a lime chive mayo, sausage rolls, coconut shrimp, delicious barbecue ribs. These are cooked to perfection and just fall right off the bone. So delicious. Also have our pulled pork sandwiches. Again, those are about the same size as the mini burgers, just a kind of slider size. And a beautiful sauce on those. So, do you know what you would like to try from there? Yeah, I recommend at least 7 or 8, because if you want to go for, I usually recommend about 5 for the cocktail hour. And so you would want to try probably 7 or 8. Okay, you want the tomato basil and deviled eggs. And if you want chicken skewers, you can definitely do that. So you want the vegetable tray. Do you want that? No, you're fine. Just, okay. With ranch dip, French onion, go ranch. But so you're fine, just, I think we should do some anyway, just to make sure you're happy with the dip. Always better to be safe than sorry. Fresh fruit, yep. So that's $5. Want to try anything else, like the tea sandwiches? I'm not keen on the smoked salmon, okay. Do you want ham and Swiss? It's pretty. Okay, yeah, we'll do that as well. Meatballs, wraps, mini burgers. Yeah, now the braised beef costini. That's a good option. Okay. So that gives you a few options. So let me just confirm with you. So the tomato basil bruschetta, braised beef crostini. Oh, you wanted the stuffed mushrooms as well. Okay. Okay, so tomato basil bruschetta, the braised beef crostini, stuffed mushrooms, deviled eggs, the tea sandwiches, cucumber, chicken salad, and ham and Swiss, chicken skewers, the vegetable tray with ranch dip, and a fresh fruit platter. Okay, great. And then we'll narrow that down on the day when you try them. Okay, just leave that for you to see. So for our soups, usually you'll have your cocktail hour, kind of do your speeches, and then head into your dinner. So in your dinner, you'll have a few courses. So start usually with the soup course. And the options we have are a delicious, delicious creamy tomato. Or my all-time favorite is the creamy field mushroom. Absolute perfection. Also have a cheesy bacon baked potato soup. Oh, it's yummy. Very bacony. Classic minestrone. A lobster bisque for our seafood lovers. A chicken and sweet corn. A classic chicken noodle. Cheddar broccoli. A gazpacho for a cool summer soup. Because when were you guys getting married? Okay. Yeah, so you could do that if you wanted. And then we have a nice taco soup as well. Yeah, so that one has black beans, ground beef, tomatoes, corn, and then it's garnished with cheese and sour cream, and then little corn chips on the top. Yeah, it's really, really yummy. But yeah, it is a little bit heavier as far as that goes. It can be a bit more of a main type soup. So yeah, I usually recommend, because you're only going to have one soup, I usually recommend trying, 3, maybe 4, something like that. Okay, so you definitely want to try the tomato and the mushroom. And then what else? Chicken noodle. And then do you want to try anything else? Let's go cheddar and broccoli. So we'll go the creamy tomato, creamy field mushroom, chicken noodle, and cheddar broccoli. I don't envy you having to choose between those. Oh no, they're all yummy. Okay. So following the soup course, you generally have a salad course. Obviously you can skip that or go with that if you want to. So we have tomatoes and cucumber, really light. Just a little bit of vinegar on there to give it a hint of flavor, but it's very light. It's really great if you have a creamy or a heavy soup and a heavier main, just to give that little bit of in-between between the courses. Greens and shaved Parmesan is much the same. It's very simple. Just a small plate of greens, mixed greens, yeah, so you've got like romaine and red oak, green oak, and then just some shaved Parmesan on there, and then a bit of vinegar. I also have our deconstructed guacamole. This is just a really simple salad, but a little bit more heft to it because it's got the avocado in there. So you've just got avocado, tomato, onion, with a little bit of lime dressing on there. Now we also have a taco salad. This has beef with taco seasoning. We do also have beans if you have vegetarian guests. Then of course we just have lettuce, tomato, green onions, sour cream, refried beans, everything like that, with tortilla chips to go with your taco salad. We have a classic chicken Caesar, just delicious chicken Caesar salad. Oh, and the croutons. Amazing. If you want something a little fruity instead, we can do a tropical fruit salad. We also have the broccoli quinoa salad. That gives you a little bit of grain inside the salad, which can be nice. And the broccoli, just, and there's a little bit of nut in there. Now this is probably our most gourmet salad, is the chicken, apple, and grilled halloumi. Just a really beautiful balanced salad. Gives you a little bit of heft with the chicken, but it's a small amount, so it's not going to overpower. People will still be hungry when your mains come around. Also have the chef salad with ham, turkey, tomatoes, boiled eggs, croutons, and then of course like a ranch dressing. It's usually the dressing we go with that, but that is up to you. And our other really gourmet salad is the warm butternut squash and chicken. So this has chicken, roasted butternut squash, barley, tomatoes, the lovely balsamic vinaigrette. That's very delicious. Yeah, it can be a bit heavy. Okay, you want to try something a little light? Okay. So maybe a tomato and cucumber. Obviously here I recommend again about 3 to 4. You want to go with the greens as well. Guacamole. That was a little heavy. Fruit salad? No? Interested about the chicken? Apple halloumi? Yeah, it's a delicious option. So for the salads then, the tomato and cucumber, green shaved parmesan, and the chicken, apple, and halloumi. Choose between those 3. Okay. Now on to the mains. Have a gorgeous balsamic chicken. This is drenched in balsamic vinegar. It's got some honey in it as well. If you can't tell, our chef likes balsamic vinegar. We also have a scrumptious bacon wrapped chicken. Yeah, it's very yummy, very tender. You can also do roast chicken, so it would actually be full roast chickens. And we carve them, and everybody obviously gets their own dedicated pieces of chicken. Also a real classic is the chicken schnitzel with gravy. So we have a few different options for gravy: regular gravy, onion, pepper, cayenne. Yeah, no, we bring all the gravies. No, we don't want anybody to be missing out at your wedding, for sure. I also have a salsa chicken option. This is chicken smothered in salsa and cheese. It's very yummy. On that same wavelength, but a bit different, is our lime chili chicken enchiladas. Oh, those are so rich and yummy. The chicken is amazing, and it's so creamy, and they kind of fall apart, and they are so good. also have our Cajun chicken Alfredo. This Cajun seasoning is amazing. It's blackened Cajun chicken. And then you have the creaminess of the Alfredo sauce. Some tomatoes in there as well. It's delicious. That one can also is very friendly for if you have vegetarian, because we can just do the Alfredo without the chicken. Also have just a classic steak if you want to do a steak. There's our beef medallions with mango chutney. Those are absolutely delicious with some mashed potatoes as well. We have our classic pot roast. Yeah, just a really classic pot roast. It's delicious. Lasagna, we can do just our regular lasagna or a vegetarian white lasagna. And then we have a variety of raviolis, spinach and cheese, butternut squash, and beef. And then our other vegetarian option is our tomato basil risotto. Okay. So, yeah, I usually recommend, because normally people want to give 2 options on the invitations for the mains. So I would go at least 3 or 4, I'd say. Okay. Well, you definitely want the steak and beef medallions, okay? And your quinoa. Okay, balsamic chicken. And then did you want to try anything that, because do you have any vegetarian guests or? Okay, so try the ravioli. You want spinach and cheese? Okay, cool. We'll try those, because the other thing we can do is for something like that, if you just need it for a single meal or like 2 meals, obviously we can cater to that as well. Did you want to try anything else? Happy with those? Okay. So we'll try the balsamic chicken, the steak, the beef medallions, and the spinach and cheese. Wonderful. Now on to our side dishes. We have blackened green beans. That's the one I messed up on. So blackened beans, these are scrumptious. We've just added them onto the menu. And, they're really yummy. Another real lovely option is the bacon grease Brussels sprouts. Ooh. And these type of things would go lovely pretty much with any of these dishes that you've got. And then we have a broccoli cauliflower bake, corn off the cob, roasted wild asparagus, baked carrots, roasted vegetables, some steamed seasonal vegetables, cocktail onions in a beautiful creamy sauce. Oh, those are amazing. Sauteed mushrooms, moussaka. This is a side dish moussaka, which has a lot of vegetables and a little bit of cheese sauce and everything like that. So it's a very small serve, but that is another one that we can do in a larger serve as a main dish. So if you wanted to go for the moussaka, you could also choose it for a vegetarian main dish. Yeah. We also have our baked macaroni and cheese that has 3 cheeses in it. Our roasted potatoes with rosemary, our garlic mashed potatoes, our cheesy potatoes au gratin. Just a simple baked potato if that's what you would like. Wild rice pilaf, Mexican rice, and then chips and salsa. Yeah, kind of for those usually on the Mexican theme. Don't know that would go the best with your type menu that you have. So, okay, so you definitely want the bacon grease, Brussels sprouts. Good option. Baked carrots, okay. Sauteed mushrooms. Yeah, you usually want, a little bit of starch as well. So you want the roasted and mash. Because you've only got kind of the one green vegetable option. If you don't end up wanting that, try the blackened beans. Okay. So then for your sides, what you'll be trying is the blackened beans, the bacon grease Brussels sprouts, baked carrots, sauteed mushrooms, roasted potatoes, and mashed potatoes. Okay. Now on to the best part. It's the desserts. And that's not supposed to be like that, but anyway. So we have a creme brulee, beautiful custardy creme brulee with that just delicious topping. We have brownie a la mode. It's a delicious brownie with a just nice scoop of ice cream on the side. Go together lovely, just nice fudgy brownie. We have a chocolate mousse. You can get dark milk, white, dark mint, dark orange, all of our mousses. We have a bread pudding, rum flavored, very decadent, very delicious. We have a tres leches cake. That goes really well with the Mexican menu, as does the flan. We have a peach cobbler, rhubarb streusel, chocolate mint pie. Also a delicious key lime pie. One of my favorites, though, is this passion and raspberry fruit tart. Just the beautiful flavor of the passion fruit against the raspberries. It's just creamy and delicious. I do also have this trio of sorbets. I have a large range of sorbets that you can get, and then usually would choose 3, just a selection of 3, kind of on the light way to end the meal. So we have lemon, cherry, strawberry champagne, peach basil, papaya lime, mango lime, watermelon, pina colada, and melon. Finally, we have panna cotta and tiramisu. Now, it's hard to decide, isn't it? So, what are you thinking? Okay, so that jumped out at you, the chocolate mousse. Do you have a preference on which one? It's got to be dark, all dark and nothing but dark. Okay, fair enough. Anything? Okay. And then what flavors would you want to try? Lemon. Yeah, lemon is definitely, it's just so distinct and yummy. The pina colada is also delicious, just that beautiful coconut and pineapple flavor. Yeah. And cherry. Any others? Okay. So then for the dessert, brownie a la mode, chocolate mousse, dark. All dark and nothing but dark. Your words, not mine. And the trio sorbets, lemon, cherry, and pina colada. Wonderful. So let's just review all up. This is everything that I'll have prepared for you next time. So for cocktail hour, we'll be trying tomato basil bruschetta, braised beef crostini, stuffed mushrooms, deviled eggs, our tea sandwiches including cucumber, chicken salad, ham and Swiss, also chicken skewers, and our vegetable tray with rich dip. For our soups, we'll be testing the creamy tomato, creamy field mushroom, chicken noodle, and cheddar broccoli. For our salads, we will have tomato and cucumber, greens, shaved parmesan, and our chicken, apple, and halloumi. For our mains, we'll have balsamic chicken, steak, beef medallions with mango chutney, and our spinach and cheese ravioli. On the sides, we'll be testing the blackened beans, the bacon greased Brussels sprouts, baked carrots, steamed mushrooms, roasted potatoes, and mashed potatoes. And for dessert, we'll have the brownie a la mode, the dark chocolate mousse, dark, all dark, and nothing but dark. Your word, not mine. And our trio of sorbets, lemon, cherry, and pina colada. Okay. Yeah, no, so we do a very, it's really, really small amounts is what you'll be trialing. But you'll still get full by the end because it's a lot of food. So come on an empty stomach, definitely. It's still a lot of food because you're trying a lot of different things. So yeah, but you won't be trying to, eat Mount Everest worth of food. Yeah. Okay, well then I will see you next week when we're... Yeah, I think Flyby did book. Is that you're still on for? Okay, good. Yeah, just wanted to make sure. Okay, lovely. Well, the food will all be ready for you, and I look forward to seeing you both. And I must say, Flyby said you are her favorite couple that she's working with at the moment, and you guys have been an absolute pleasure to work with. So I see what she means about you. Oh no, there's just something special about you. Oh, wow, you guys. Oh. Okay, well, I'll see you next week then. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for watching this video.